All right, you're welcome to Good Afternoon, Ghana. Today, what we're talking about, we have on the table is the LGBT discussion on this platform. So, lately, or the latest story that Metro TV ran on the LGBT controversy had to do with some billboards that we saw in town somewhere last week. Concerns were raised. We ran stories on them, and after a few minutes, by close of day, the billboard was down, leaving the skeletal hinges of the, what actually holds the bill as it's hoisted up for people to see. So all we saw was the metal railings that actually will support whatever billboard people want to put up. Later on, we spoke with the LGBT community who claimed responsibility of hoisting the billboard. And then who brought it down, we do not know yet. We haven't been able to, put a name to it. But we'll be discussing that. We also know the members of parliament are, joining some international communities this week. Yeah, I think this week. And they will be involved in LGBT conversations. How they will fare, we will follow through and update you with it. But we have on the platform today Dr. Justice Apia Kubi, and he is the executive board member of the National Coalition for Proper Human Sexual Rights and Family Values. Remember, this team has a bill on the floor of Parliament being debated on, where people are going in to share their opinions on what they think. And we have members of Parliament who are also fighting opposition against this bill. He'll be with us. We'll talk about it. Abdul Mohammed is also Director of Communication of the LGBT Rights Ghana. He'll join us. And then Benjamin Antiedu is, of course, a private legal practitioner and an author as well. He will join us as we, get into the discussion. Let me take a breather. When I come back, the guests will join me, and then we'll roll out the chat. Good afternoon, Ghana. Now, so let's, delve into the issue. It's LGBT discussion this afternoon. I already told you, a lawyer, a private legal practitioner, Benjamin and Tiedu will join us. And also Abdul Mohammed will also join us. He is Director of Communications at the LGBT Rights Ghana. But Dr. Justice Apia Kubi, he's Executive Director So he's the executive director for if you're here, so let me just introduce you so that we can just have you, speak something to us. Executive director for the member of the National Coalition for Proper Human Sexual Rights and Family Value. And he's joined us already. I know that Moses Amoni was scheduled to come and you replaced him. So that's fine anyway. How is he doing, though?
By God's grace.
So first, let me start off with you. It has been, lately we have heard a few comments on the floor of Parliament. I'm sure my producers can get that just to refresh our mind of what's happening.
That would be excellent, because I want to explain the pictures and what does it mean.
The pictures?
No, the billboard, you see hands holding each other, and there are some colors. Yeah, somebody will look at it and say, they are just only people holding hands, but they represent something. The meaning of them are also important. So I don't know if they can be able to put.
Okay, so Henry, I should try to. Okay, that's it. Thank you. So when you talk about United Nations, sometimes you see some of the hands holding hands, and all that. So why would you see this and see this is different from the ones that they've always asked us to do?
Okay, so if you thank you very much for inviting me. I'm excited to be here, Mommy. And also, greetings to your cherished viewers. Of course, my leadership, I know my main chairman, Apostle Pokunyina, is in the States, but Lawyer Moses Famonin should have been here, but I said that I should come and speak. Well, we were there as a coalition, and somebody, actually, a journalist, sent us this picture on the motorway. And when we saw it, it took us aback a little bit because we never thought in a million. In fact, by the way, this is not just only here in Accra. Just when I was about to enter a studio.
That's exactly what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Is this only on the motorway?
There's one in Kumasi, around Ahojo, we've been told. There's one in Tamale. The Tamale one, when I was just about to enter in, I just saw the Tamale one being pulled down.
Okay, that's the Tamale one.
Oh, okay. And I have the statement of the assemblyman who pulled it down. So that's the Tamale one. So we saw it, and it was like, what? And a very prominent, educated, respected man was with one of the politicians. And they were passing by, and he said, but this one, what is the problem with it that we are pulling down? Okay, that is why education is very important. We know in our constitution, we do not allow homosexual activities in Ghana. This month is a gay month, a gay pride month, all over the world. So as a gay month, they are having their parade and showing their gay pride all over. God bless them, whatever they are doing. But here in Ghana, it is not allowed, at least not yet. So seeing some of these billboards is very affront to our against and all that. So somebody sees and says, "Oh, what is it about?" And the colors. The first one on all the way left up is the color of the trans, done by a certain woman, male something.
Okay, I don't know, Henry, if you can just project maybe the colors as he is educating us on it, so that you can put it one after the other.
A trans, who is so some viewer watching, who's a trans? By the way, one of the main reasons why I'm here is because of my enormous dealings with LGBT community, especially outside the country, not even here. You know, Ghana, this thing. Okay, so all the way that one there, that is a trans, this one. Okay, a transgender, I'll give you a good example. A friend of mine was a stripper in Tokyo.
Right.
Met a British man, said, this lady is beautiful. Got married to him, took him to UK. For 1 year, the man didn't know he has married another man. After a year, he came to know why. Because he have taken hormonal pills, breasts have developed, butt has grown bigger. Then cut his manhood and put a woman one. So and where I more or less almost like half of my life was in a certain country that I won't mention. That gay thing is very common. I mean, you can meet somebody, you take 110%. She's a woman, but while in reality, he's not, and vice versa, by the way. So that is a trans. So
that's the first.
So when you put
the first one that looks colorless.
Yes.
Is that the 3 bands.
Yes.
Or 4 colors.
Yeah, the blue, purple, and some I don't know the other color.
It's peach.
Yes. Okay. So if somebody.
So which one is representing the trans?
Okay, that's that one.
That's
one
separated.
Yes, please. The one the one that looks rainbow color. That is the separate. That is the main LGBT this thing done in San Francisco a long time ago. Okay. Then they have the lesbian one. Of course, you know lesbian, the women sleeping with men. Then they have the bisexual one. So when somebody see and
so the lesbian and then the bisexual.
Yeah.
So the 4 hands.
Yeah.
We have the trans, the rainbow, that's a community itself, the lesbian and bisexual.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we are not just paranoid. We know what is happening. And sometimes we think that it's a little bit disrespectful. So that is actually why we went. I was there when we had the press conference. And believe me, we told the IGP that is not right. I've been told that the people who came to take it off actually might be people more or less, whether it's a men or women of uniform or something like that. But for the Tamale one, I heard that there were the people who just went and just brought them because there wasn't any. Many people even didn't know. We are the one who informed them that we have reliably informed by some journalists there that this is what is going on in Tamale. So That is actually that we pulled it down. That was it. If you were asking me, that was
Yeah.
actually the reason.
Let me speak with Waoud. Waoud, are you there?
Hi, good
Abdul
afternoon. How are
Waoud
you
is
doing?
Mohammed. Okay, he's a director of communications at the LGBT Rights Ghana. Waoud, thank you for your time. Are you in Ghana as we speak? Are you in Ghana now?
No, currently I'm not in Ghana. That's why I'm joining
You're
back.
not in Ghana. Are you based in Ghana?
No. Yes, I am based in Ghana. I schooled in Ghana. I am a Ghanaian through and through. This is like my second time traveling out, my whole life.
Okay. There's a question I want to ask you. It's quite sensitive. There's been
First of all,
okay. Let me try that.
you can address me. You can address me as Mo because I can see that you can't actually mention my name. So you can just call me Mo, M-O-H.
Mo.
It's Mohammed.
Mohammed. Oh yeah. That's true. Anyway, I've had when I put out the flyer, and people saw your name. They asked me if you're a Muslim.
Of course I am. I'm very much a Muslim from a very strong Muslim background in home.
You come from a strong Muslim background.
Exactly.
Wow. So how is it like? How are you able to sit in? Because we know that within the Muslim community, they are so extremely against LGBT, at least for some encounters we've had. How is it like with where you find yourself?
Yeah, so I'm very glad that you want to know that. So first of all, my family very much know about my sexuality. We've spoken about it, and it's not like they are from any foreign country or anything. We're all from Ghana. My mother hasn't traveled out before. She's a trader. My dad is just a driver, and he stays in Tamale. My mom stays in Accra. So don't be surprised that there are actual Ghanaians who love their kids regardless of their sexuality and gender identity. So I am from this kind of typical family where they understand the sense of humanity that is supposed to be given to everybody, regardless of who they are, where they find themselves.
So they understand that they gave birth to a man who says that, according to her, according to him, he's a she now, or what are you?
So first of all, I didn't tell you I'm a trans man. I didn't tell you I'm a trans woman, did I?
No, that's why I'm trying to clarify.
Exactly. So if you were very curious, you shouldn't have started that question. You asked me, what do you identify as? Because it's like a teaching moment. Since my, what's his name? The doctor very much, even though he made some mistakes with the colors, but then I'll come to that.
Right.
I think he's not very much knowledgeable the community, but I'll come to that. I am not a trans woman. I am very much a man in every part of aspect of me. I just like to look very nice. And I don't see anything wrong with braids. So because you assume because I had braids, so I'm a trans woman?
I didn't quite get the ending of what you said.
I said, were you assuming that I'm a trans woman because I have braids and beads?
No, I actually don't want to assume. What do you identify as?
Yeah, exactly.
I am a gay man. I am a gay man who is attracted to other men. That is basically what I am.
Okay. You know what? Because you're not in Ghana, let me leave it there. I will definitely have an interesting conversation with you maybe when you return. Let's
yes, please.
Yeah, it will be interesting. Let's turn our attention to what happened. In Ghana, you are aware that we have not approved the activities of LGBT in Ghana, right?
So first of all, I want to ask you, what exactly do you mean by activities of LGBTQ? I don't really know what you mean by that. Do you know any activities specifically that I can speak on?
No, I mean any activity, and that doesn't have to do with. I'm sorry, that doesn't have to do with even sexual activity. We haven't gotten to the sexual activities level yet. Any form of activity that has to do with information dissemination, education, awareness, and whatever it is, we have not approved that in Ghana, have we?
How so? What do you have to say to back that with? What do you mean by you've not approved it? I don't see
We're
where
asking you
in the
questions and you're
Constitution
throwing
that
back
bars
questions.
queer people from advocating.
You know,
Unless probably you want to.
Okay, I'm asking the question. Let me turn it. Let me
Are you-
turn it around. How do you think Ghana's legal position is on LGBT?
There you go. Thank you very much. I was expecting that. So first of all, the Constitution of Ghana, I'm pretty sure the lawyer is there, and if I'm wrong, you should just say it, and we would also cross-check. The Constitution of Ghana gives rights to everybody who is legally born and who is from Ghana, national-wise, citizenship. We did all this in social studies in school. So I don't see how queer people cannot put up billboards, unless, of course, you're telling me that these billboards had two men having anal sex on them. But then I don't really, so I'm open to clarify for the legal practitioner to clarify exactly how these billboards are against the Constitution of Ghana. Because in Ghana, there are a lot of billboards from pastors, from politicians and all of that, with even strong, crazier messages. I mean, last year we saw a billboard from Dr. Lawrence Tete that says this nonsense must stop. But nobody went to pull it down, and then Mahama, our ex-president, Mahama, His Excellency, also had all die be die, but nobody said anything. These are very strong words. But then for some reason,
I'm sorry. Let me bring you back to track, or let me bring you back on track.
Yes,
President Mahama.
I am coming to
President Mahama. I'm sorry.
I am linking the activities you're talking about.
Yeah, allow me.
Yes.
President Mahama did not put up a billboard with all die be die inscriptions on it.
Are you sure?
And
sure?
Reverend Lawrence Tete, do you know who said?
Are you sure?
But are you sure of who said all die be die? Are you?
Anyways.
Yeah, I don't want you to go into that area because I mean you don't have the facts correctly. So let's move away from
deflection.
that. However, how do you compare? I have seen the this nonsense must stop billboard by Reverend Lawrence Tete. Yes,
I'll talk
I
about
have
it
seen
because
that.
it's my
How do
friend.
you compare that to LGBT type of activity, education, or awareness billboard?
But what exactly were the messages on the billboards? Our billboards. What were they? The messages on the billboard, especially the one that was recently pulled down in Tamale. It specifically said that tolerance and acceptance are the true Ghanaian family values. And how does that translate to LGBTQ activities?
How do you propagate the message of LGBT?
Well, how do we propagate them? First of all, everyone knows that there is advocacy. And the basic knowledge of advocacy is that you're trying to let the public know that there is this thing, and then you're not aware of it. So you have to be aware of it because it's happening. That is the point of advocacy. And it comes in various forms. And even these ones that we did were not advocacy for the LGBT community. They were just general messages of solidarity to the general Ghanaian public. So
the billboard read on it, when all Ghanaians are treated equal, no matter where they are or who they love, that's true freedom. And it's one of the messages we pick around when it comes to the quasi-looking like message that is shredded in secrecy. The advocacy doesn't come wholly with maybe words that are expected from people, but it's captured and sometimes it's just embedded in messages that you use for advocacy. Is that not how you disseminate information?
He just explained to you how Pride Month and everything happens in other countries. We are very public with advocacy when it comes to advocacy. We don't hide messages. If we wanted to put up LGBTQ, whatever, we would have put it up. And nothing is going to happen because we are within our rights to do it.
But I don't think... But I don't think in Ghana, anybody is bad from who they want to love. I'm so sure that if I am short and I want to love someone who is tall, No one will, worry me over that. No one will tell me it's against the law. If I'm rich and I want to marry a poor man or love a poor man,
Yeah.
I won't have any law coming against me saying that, Annie, you are not allowed to marry a poor man because you're rich. Or you get my argument?
Yeah.
So since when did love become a problem in Ghana?
Because there are actually people who are stopped from loving each other, and that is discriminatory. And that is what we're talking about here. So
Okay.
generally, Ghanaians are made up of diverse people, and everybody must be given the opportunity and the space to love whoever they want to love. That is the basic message.
But there's freedom, and there's also the control of movements, control of almost every activity that a people do. I mean, in every country. I hope you agree.
Yeah, I know that.
So if the country says that, well, we do not agree for any advocacy of some sort, and if the country decides that what you have put up, the message it is putting across to us is this, you don't have, it's like someone trying to commit murder, and they would tell, a judge can determine that you have the menstrual to commit murder, and so they jail you accordingly.
But again, I asked this question initially. Where in the Constitution does it say LGBT people cannot advocate? That is the question I asked.
Okay.
And they're still not answered.
Okay, so let me go on to the phone lines. Oh, no, Zoom. I think lawyer Antiedu has joined us. Okay, he's on phone. Lawyer, thank you for your time. Welcome to Good Afternoon, Ghana. So I'm speaking with Mo, who is speaking for the LGBT community. He wants specific answers from the law, that which law in Ghana bars us from carrying out LGBT activities.
Hello, thank you. Good afternoon, and good afternoon to your viewers. Yes, I think they asked for the law on LGBTQ.
I'm sorry, if you can speak up. We're struggling to hear you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Right.
Yes, so I'm saying that we don't have, as of now, we don't have any law that specifically states that LGBTQ activities are prohibited. But we all know that Section 104 of the Criminal Offences Act prohibits certain activities of people in the LGBTQI+ community, including sodomy. Okay, so when you extend it to the legal realm, and then the police also having the duty to prevent crime and all that, you are thinking about people gathering to promote some activity or issue that may lead to, if you are watching my words carefully, that may lead to commission of an offense, then they have to stop it. If they arrest you for, let's say, promoting it, then you want to know the specific provision thereof. But it can stop you from doing it. So in Ghana, the practice of prostitution, you sleeping, a woman sleeping with a man for money, it's not specifically what the law prohibits. It is you standing on the street and beckoning people for the service, because you have a lot of women who go around sleeping with different men and taking money in their closets. Nobody hears about them. They cannot be arrested as having committed prostitution. But if you want to do something, let's say, to promote the conduct of, let's say, prostitution in Ghana, then of course the law will prohibit that, because you are doing something, you are promoting something that the law prohibits. And sometimes, even in the case that I'm giving you, it's not specifically about what the law even prohibits, but it's against the public policy. Okay, it's against public policy to promote what the nation abhors. The nation has certain values, and we have had research. This discussion has been had so many times. There's a research by CDD which points to over 80% or so Ghanaians, expressing their disgust for the practices. So the psyche of Ghanaians are against that practice. So if you do it, you do something that will promote that, and that will cause even people to also respond. It is the duty of the police to intervene, because theirs is to, prevent chaos, violence, and maintain the peace in the country.
So, I mean, the Criminal Offences Act is clear on certain activities. And sometimes it is when people have proof or evidence of maybe adults being engaged in sodomy, and so it's easy to prosecute them and jail if the laws or the judges agree or approve of that. But if it's not specific on gay activities really vary. There are cross dressers. I mean, they have many ways of advocating or raising awareness about the community and involving people. So if a country is not really in support of this, right now it's as though we are pretending to not to be in support, but there are so many of its activities ongoing. There are cross-dressers, there are people who are loving themselves, but you don't have any proof of somebody has been engaged in sodomy, and so you can't do much about it. So why are we pretending? As though we have the law, we don't have the law, we have a bill in parliament, it's dragging, we don't know what to do. So the community seem to have a certain level of rights to do what they want to do, and it will be difficult to prosecute anybody that engages in something like that.
Thank you. It has not come to my attention that anybody has been arraigned before court to be prosecuted for doing what they are doing. But it is the business of the police, to prevent anything that could cause violence or break the peace. And I've also said that it is against public policy to be seen to be promoting or doing something that the psyche of the country prohibits or upholds. Okay, so you all know that the bill that will deal extensively, comprehensively about the activities of LGBTQ community is before Parliament. So it will be strange for somebody to say, be hauled before court and they're prosecuted for promoting LGBTQ activities. But you will not be, I'm not sure the police will sit down for you to promote that, because already the Ghanaians do not like that. And so if you allow things that majority do not like to go on, there will be a backlash.
Then that's not with legal backing. That's with our own cultural beliefs and practices. By will, we don't want to agree majority. But it doesn't really have any legal support.
That is why the bill is being worked on or is in Parliament. So to say that it doesn't, that's why I've tried to explain to you that we have what a law specifically says you cannot do. If you do it, we'll prosecute you. Then we have other things that also try to preserve our psyche, our values. So those things you cannot be prosecuted for, but you will not be allowed to promote or do a demonstration of it. That is the difference. That is the difference. And then I've also asked that if you are seen to be doing this, and the people who are against you also fight back, what would we have in the country? That is why I'm saying that I'll be surprised that somebody will be hauled before court, even on same-sex marriage, because the law is, doesn't prohibit that. But the act of the marriage can be stopped by the police. So let's get the two clear. I'm not sure any of them has been arrested for prosecution before the courts. But it's about public exhibition of that. If there are so many things they can do, why can't they avoid the possibility of it for the meantime? So there's a finality to it as to what they can do and what they cannot do. I think this is a simple matter.
A quick one before I let you go. Let me pick your mind on the billboard that was put up.
Yes.
How did it infringe on our legal rights?
So that the same thing that I said. This one, there's no law that you should not. But I have not really read the the advertising law and what can be allowed and what cannot be allowed, because I think that the police took the step based on that. that there shouldn't have been a grant of the right to even publish that in the first place. So for it to be there, there's an original error which has to be corrected. But as I've even said, this is something that, without doubt, majority of Ghanaians are against. So if you put it there, and the next day you go, somebody is torn it, and you go and also tear another one and all that, what are we generating? We are generating a break of the peace.
But Mo, I was speaking with Mo, says that it had nothing to do with LGBT. It was only human rights information they were putting up. So we are interpreting it the way we want to. They don't hide any information about LGBT if they want to advocate.
Yes, you need to ask a question like that. But truly, the symbol, what does it internationally? What does it mean? We don't have to pretend over this. It's clear that it is projecting that community. That is clear. You don't have to hide, under anything. It's clear that there are certain symbols. You see certain symbols, you know what they are projecting. And so, if they are saying that, of course, and that is why the law, has a forum. If they are in disagreement, this is a state institution or a public institution doing something you feel breaches your rights, you go to court. You go to the High Court directly and protest there. Okay, but I think that what they have done is in the line of their duty. Yes, but the word in particular, I think it was the advertising law that they used to say that for certain of course, certain actions or publications that cannot be allowed within the law.
Right. Lawyer Benjamin Antiedu, thank you for speaking to us. Esquire there, giving us some legal information on what we need to know. Let me come to you. I'll go for a break, but let me come to you first before I take
I'm kind of excited, actually, especially with Lawyer, good afternoon. I didn't know you were there. Then also, Abdul, Assalamu alaikum. First and foremost, I want to react a little bit about Abdul. Number one, he said it's not in Ghana. First, I want to ask, he is the director of communication of LGBTQ plus movement in this country. Number one, are they registered in Ghana? Number two, who registered them? Are they in the Register General? We need to find out. Because for all we know, he's doing something illegal. And Mohammed, if you are not registered, I'm not sure if my former boss's wife is still the Director General. I'll find out. So we have to find out about that one. Number two, Mohammed, please just wait so we can have a civil conversation. Number two, when I'm on my way coming, I got a call actually from Haj Manaj, the president of Ghana, called Commission of Muslim, Coalition of Organization of Muslims, Commission or something, Muslim Community Ghana, Haj Manaj. I got a call. He said they've been trying to reach out Mohammed, but Mohammed is not picking up his call. And so if Mohammed is still believe that the LGBT, they can come strong, whatever they want to do, please, he told me, Mohammed, exactly 4:30 p.m. If you see a phone call, it is coming from the Muslim community.
What do they want from him?
No, they want to talk with him because he is claiming that he is a Muslim. According to Manaj, I write them here. Number one, they want to know which mosque is he going here. Number two, which this Friday, if he's because it's not outside the country, he's still here. The background that looks like a sea is just a Zoom distance. That Friday, where is he going to do his salat? We are very interested. We want to find out. Second, lastly, the Muslim community want to give him the platform.
Are you Muslim yourself?
No,
Okay.
I'm a reverend minister, by the way.
Okay.
But I teach Islam in the university.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why when he said that, we don't know what we are talking about. That is a very typical of the LGBT people. I have 2 doctorates. Does he know my distance? I didn't study in Ghana. So me, when it comes to LGBT people, some of them I have much more. I just mentioned about one of my friends who was a serious trans. Okay, here in Ghana, I brought a former gay who was actually run for Miss, that country. There's one guy I'm bringing, Gonzalez. He can check it out. He ran for Miss Universe and won. United Nations was using her as an advertisement. But now he has changed, and he's called homosexuality a filthy activity. Please.
He's trans back.
Yeah, back. Okay, so this is the thing. So for Mohammed, the Muslim community in Ghana are desperately want to meet you. So since you say that you are bold, and if you want to do your activities, you want to show, go ahead. Another one that you're saying that the colors that were there, maybe with all due respect to Mohammed, unless he's tried to muddy the waters, it's really true. I was trying to list them down, then you called me because it didn't come to my mind. The trans colors were done in 1999 by Monica Helms. You can check it out if I'm lying. The lesbian ones were done by Michael Page. It was done in 1998. You can check it out. The other one, this thing, when the guy's child was killed in San Francisco, I'm a very San Francisco guy. Okay, so it's not like, and they're like that. I remember one time, one of them, he was the gay community in the US have paid him to go to South Africa to do law, first year law. The way he was misbehaving toward lawyer Moses Famodi, it seems that lawyer doesn't know, and that is them. When you are discussing something with them and you are not agreeing with them, they make it look like you don't know what you're talking
ignorant.
about. Yes, you are ignorant, and that is very sad because I respect him and I respect because for me, for all Mohammed know, I'm telling you, if Mohammed is with me, I can go and have lunch with him and have a civil conversation. I would disagree with what he's doing, but I will never disrespect him because I know the people. Some Metro TV, what do you call that? Paul interviewed me one time. Some people were even accusing me here that I'm a gay because Mohammed, chill, please, chill. Okay, so now the issue is this one. What lawyer was saying, that is the bill that in Parliament, by the way. By God's grace, I'm one of those who drafted the bill. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm one of those who go to Parliament all the time, meeting the MPs and lawyers and things like that. So I know pretty much what I'm talking about. Before even the bill will come in, that homosexual activity is banned here. I am grateful that this thing you gave to us, you said that activities. You did not say identity. You know what Mohammed would like to talk about? Identity, not activity. That is why he was struggling a little bit discussing about that. We saw it on video. We saw it on video. What they've been doing. And again, this LGBT thing, each letter represents a specific group of people. Like the lesbian we talk about women sleeping with men. He said he's a gay man. And the gay man can be the top or the bottom or the versatile. I don't know his position, whether it's a striker or a defender or he can play any position. That is there. Then we have the bisexuals. Of course, we know majority of Ghanaian homosexual, quote unquote, actually are bisexuals. And unfortunately, a lot of them are married. Okay, the T, Mohammed will agree with me. There are a lot of the T. We have transgender, we have transvesta, we have transable, we have transaging. And I could have shown you videos of a transaging, and all these people will say that for example, a transage, a man in UK, let me talk about transable, a woman who insisted that his eye supposed not to be normal, so he plucked the eye. Okay, all these people represent. A pansexual is somebody who sleeps with both animate and inanimate objects.
So, okay, so you're watching Good Afternoon Ghana. Mo, why are you laughing?
He's enjoying.
Because, because Doctor is really, really misinforming the public, and I really wish that when we come back from the break, I'll be able to let you know exactly, and I'll even give you sources to know.
Mohammed, come. I'll allow to meet you.
So which country are you?
No, he's here.
I am not in Ghana.
Which country are you?
And the reason why I have the background is because, of course, which country am I currently?
Yeah. You're where?
I'm not privy to say.
You're not able to say?
Due to security reasons.
Oh, yeah, so you are not bold then still?
Is someone chasing you? Is your
no,
life...
You see? No. So, see, the very essence of all this advocacy is because of safety. Now he's sitting there talking about all of that and then be like, oh, we are not bold enough. You just told me that the Muslim, which I don't even know who they are, because being a Muslim, you are not supposed to be, you are not forced to be in an association. So I don't know why they would invite me. I'm not part of the association. I'm just a Muslim, and religion is a personal pursuit. So if they are looking for me to talk to me or whatever, I don't know why.
He didn't say that the association is inviting you. He said that they wanted to speak to you.
So that's the point. If they want to speak to me, isn't that not an indirect invitation? I am a communicator, please. So what the point is that, and the reason why I have this background is obviously I told you I'm not in the country. And when I was, I did tell your producers that I was, but now I'm not. But I'm not privy to say where I am because of safety. And that is why this is happening. Look at what they did to billboards. And so imagine what they'll do to a human being. We've seen a lot of videos of abuses. Let's not pretend as if we've not seen it.
Oh, okay.
They've abused so many gay men in Ghana. So let's not pretend as if they don't know what is happening. They know what is happening. And this advocacy is supposed to call for safety and security of queer people in the country.
I will come back to advocacy. Mo, I'll come back to advocacy. Let me take a quick breather. I'll ask you a question on that. You're watching Good Afternoon Ghana. We should
Thank you very much.
One of them.
Welcome back to Good Afternoon Ghana. I have a few messages. Rainbow from Kaswa says that, what is the worry of the LGBT activities and what do they want to achieve in life? If they think they can continue with such barbaric acts, then not in Ghana. They have a free will to travel overseas and practice that are not in Ghana. Our custom frowns on. Long live Ghana. This is, if a billboard isn't about LGBT, why is he there to defend the mounting of the billboard? Papotu from Cape Coast is asking that. Why are you, the host, wearing an LGBT colors costume? Sairam from Mafenya. I don't know if I should answer you. These people, this question is, these people are really something else. I wonder why the European country is rooting for LGBTQ plus thing. If a Ghanaian feels more European than Ghanaian, will they grant him her free citizenship? Okay, that's a critical question. Why we are in a sovereign state and must be entrenched on our entrenched values. Stop the LGBT, you say. I don't think that guy is real Muslim. He's called Mo or Mohammed. Please tell our lawmakers that we don't support LGBT thing. Thank you. So I have many messages, but all of them, not one. Mohammed, not one, is speaking for your community. What did you say? Kindly unmute. Kindly unmute.
Try unmuted.
Okay, I think I can hear you. I can hear you. I actually wanted to ask you this question. Okay, it's better now. If you want to love someone, why worry somebody about its advocacy?
Yeah, so first of all, you see how somebody just asked in the comments, that's why you're wearing LGBT colors. Mm-hmm. It made you surprised because you're not part of the LGBT community, right? Mm-hmm. Awesome. So clearly that is what happens when you actually demonize queer people. Now, first of all,
when you hold on. When you what? When you demonize?
When you demonize the existence of sexual minorities like LGBTQ people, you get it? Because it's so easy to just say anybody is gay or lesbian, but you don't know unless the person tells you, right? And you're right now, you just felt it. So the whole idea of the advocacy is that we have seen so many brutalization of LGBT people in the country. It's not something that you can deny. Like from time immemorial, look at how they treat. They film, they put them out, and they're happy about it, and nothing happens. It's like, for some reason, LGBT people who are Ghanaians, these are not people from any place else. They are Ghanaians. It happens and nobody bats an eye. everybody watches and passes, and people even involve themselves in the brutalization of LGBT people. And this is because of the insensitive nature of how some people like the coalition is making the LGBT community look like. Now, he said so many things and all of that, but this is also part of the advocacy, where I would like to explain to you what the community is exactly about. Now, it's so easy to know about the community. All you have to do is Google the trans-able, trans, whatever he's talking about. It's not part of the LGBT community. The LGBT community is about two things: sexual orientation and gender identity. Everything outside of that is not part of the LGBT community. And I want to state categorically here that I've heard some interviews where they are saying that even some LGBT people sleep with animals. It is not true. It is not true. If any person has seen any LGBT person having sex with an animal, please let us know.
I think more. I mean, largely, and I think he had mentioned that sometimes when you LGBT practitioners are speaking with people, you make them feel as though they don't know what they're talking about and they're so ignorant. I think largely we've all read. Hold on. We've all read largely, and I don't want you to mislead my viewers. You are talking about people. Hold on. More. Hold on. You're talking about people who want a right to be given to them. That when I say I love a man, don't do anything about it. Just allow me to love the man. When I say I love a woman, allow me to love the woman. It's the same way there are people who are coming into the community and are demanding for such rights that if I say I want to sleep with an animal, allow me to sleep with the animal. Is this something that's new to you that you are refusing to accept that it's part of the community?
You are the director of the communication.
So are you right now on air right now, are you alleging that people who sleep with animals are part of the LGBT community? I want to have it on record. Are you saying that right now? That's what you're saying? Is that what you're saying, please? I just want to know.
No, I'm asking questions. I don't answer questions. So you go on. You make your point.
Okay. We are both communicators, and then we know what this is about. So let's not pretend as if you're asking questions.
Yeah.
Pedophilia and then people who sleep with animals are not part of the LGBT community. I'm stating here categorically. If any person has an evidence contrary to that, please let us have it. I am saying it here right now. Let us have it. So again, as I'm coming back to this, there is sexual orientation and gender identity. Now, sexual orientation are people who do not love just like heterosexuals do. I assume you're heterosexual, let's just say, because somebody said you are wearing the LGBTQ colors, but you're heterosexual. But then that is what sexual identity is. And then gender identity are people who were born but feel within themselves that they are not, that is not who they are. That's not what they are. So they manifest. Transgenders have existed in time immemorial. Right. Like long time ago.
Yeah, I agree with that one. But because of time, when are you back?
Yeah.
When are you back?
No, wait. So I want to finish. Let me just complete. It's just a very short one. So let's not pretend as if you find these other animalistic behaviors very, very abhorrent, which we also do, and then you associate it with us. And we constantly try to remind you that is not who we are. But then it doesn't serve some particular agenda, so you don't want to run with it. And for some reason, you are telling me that I am the one actually misleading your viewers without actually citing a very credible source. That is very disturbing as a journalist. Don't you think so?
I will speak with you. When are you returning to Ghana?
No, you gave Doctor a whole time to mislead your viewers. But then you are telling me who is actually giving them credible information. Cited everywhere, even in the UN.
When are you returning to Ghana? When do you return to Ghana?
I literally just talked to you about safety. And you want me to tell you the date I'm going to return?
Oh,
really? So that
okay.
I'll be lynched in international.
Okay. So once you're in danger, I will fight for your protection. So I will also not put it out.
You don't have the power to fight for my protection, my dear. We've seen it. You don't have that power, my dear.
I don't have the power, but I have the right to keep that off air, and that is in my power, right?
Well, I am happy that you want to talk to me very much into detail off air, because clearly what your line of questioning and whatever it is today we are doing, it shows that you were trying to ambush me, but clearly I'm not ambushed because I was ready for it.
I think I'm always a victim. When I speak with the pastors, I'm a victim. When I speak with the LGBT community, I'm a victim. So I'll take that.
Okay.
But thank you. We'll speak with you later on. Please,
Yeah.
we have just about a minute to land.
First, it's very also unfortunate, Mohammed, because, you know, when you are talking about this LGBT thing, I mean, this is, and especially you are the director of communication. You're supposed to be fighting for the people. You're supposed not to be hiding some things. Yes, you talk about, no, we didn't mention about bestiality as part of this thing. We say bisexual. If you didn't hear it, then I'm sorry. Nobody mentioned bestiality. No, wait. So you don't just intentionally that is it. It's like you are making something, they look for a loophole and just keep on hammering on that. Nobody said like that.
Okay.
Now, for example, the colors that we are talking about, I said, what does that represent? He should tell me. I mentioned the name of the colors. I mentioned people who designed the flags. I mentioned the years they do. He should have told us the other side. Don't say you are lying. Okay, if I'm the one, I'll say no, you are lying because A, B, C, D, just like I've been doing. Okay. That is an academic. Okay. Finally, maybe what I will say is that I want to clear Reverend Dr. Lawrence Tete's name because he's my very good friend.
Okay.
I host a program on GTV. He has been there many, many times, and I know it. That one of my TV station, my program, Dr. Lawrence Tete came and told me, Osofo, now I'm saying, Osofo, I've just about to start a ministry here, and I'm doing prayer time. And my title of my destiny is "This Nonsense Might Stop." Yeah. As a man of God, I know what you were talking about. Sometimes you go through so much problem in life, just like the woman with the issue of blood. Mm-hmm. He came to a point that this thing must stop. That's why you're talking. And you say people are misinforming people. It was actually Nana Akufo-Addo who took all that. I be die. For your information, it was not John Mahama. So who is misinforming people? And by the way, Ghanaians are very intelligent now. They are very, very intelligent. Okay. So, Mohammed, believe me, my buddy, when you come to Ghana, please look for me secretly. We will meet and we have chit-chat. We'll go find anywhere that you want to eat.
Okay, so...
I've been trying to make a coalition, but with no this thing. Whenever I reach out, there's a blockade because nobody wants to talk to me. I think maybe you are scared of me or something. Maybe, I don't know. You think I have some cares following me or something like that. But then, yes, I'm open to the coalition.
I don't think anyone is scared of you.
No, I think it's the other way around.
Like, see, let me tell you the gospel truth. Especially Sam George. I have been trying to have conversations with Sam George, especially on Twitter, and he has never, since last year.
No, we want face to face, not Twitter. Come and meet us. That's as simple as this.
No, Sam George has come for people a lot of times on Twitter. It is one of his platforms that.
I'm talking about me.
I get it. But Abdul Wadud Mohammed, Director of Communications at the LGBT Rights Ghana. We'll see you when you return. Dr. Justice Apia Kubi, thank you. He's executive board member of the National Coalition for Proper Human Sexual Rights and Family Value. And earlier on, we also had an interaction with Esquire, Benjamin and Tedu on the legalities of this issue. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Good Afternoon Ghana. We'll be back on Friday, but it will be repeated tomorrow. If you missed out, you can also see what the discussion was like. Thanks for watching.